Welcome, everybody. Your FieldlessChoice.com. We're here tonight for a Prize Picks Happy Hour show. Pete Cole here. My man YFC Mark, YFC Tart, I guess. I'm sorry. Mark, our
No worries.
guy from YFC. What's up, Mark?
Not too bad. How are you doing? We've been killing it on the Dota end of PrizePicks. It's one of my favorite video games growing up as a kid, and I'm glad they have put more in for me to be able to take advantage of them. Because DK stopped putting out Dota slates, and those were also pretty much free money. So a little bit
Sure
of
has, right? I mean, I won. I pretty much went across the line today doing Dota this morning on your picks. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Great job. Actually, our MLB's been hitting pretty much every night. So we're here for Prize Picks. But once again, check us out, yourfieldlesschoice.com. It's also a free Discord. We have MLB special going on right now, $25 a month. That includes all sports. It also includes props or props room. So you'll get especially Mark's Dota stuff. He's got some real intense stuff in there, some real crazy stats to give you, and he's been winning every night. He's been crushing pretty much every single slate, every single play. So check that out. Well, we're here tonight to do a quick little overview of tonight's sports slate. We have NBA tonight, NBA playoffs. We got MLB, of course, NHL playoffs tonight, round two with our Rangers going tonight.
Yes, sir.
The Rangers, so a big night for us Ranger fans. And then we'll do a little Dota talk, I guess. So
Sure.
Once again, anybody check us out, yourfieldlesschoice.com, and we're going to get right into it. So it's going to be a quick show. So we're going to start with NBA first, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. You got what I'm seeing?
We're ready.
Perfect. All right. So the first one that stuck out to me was Reggie Bullock over 2 threes made. Just taking a look at the flat line of the sports book. They have the over on 2.5 at plus 120 and the minus on 2.5 at minus 155. But then you go to the same game parlay odds, and you see that for him to get 2 or more, it's minus 255. So we're looking at pretty good odds on at least a push here, and solid odds at him getting over that. They said for him to get 3, it's plus 115, but to get over 2.5, it's plus 120. I'm looking at that. I'm like, it's still on the plus side of money, but I'm seeing lines move more towards that higher end, which is encouraging to me. Taking a look at his game log this year against Golden State, he was over that 2 3-points made in 2 of 4 games, with 3 points attempted numbers increasing pretty much every game, which is also encouraging. He has pushed that 2 or been over in 11 of 13 playoff games this year so far, which is very encouraging. And he's taken a bunch of threes. As you can see, his first playoff series, he had 8, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 6. Second series, 7, 8, 10, 5, 3, 11, 4. And those 2 misses were when he took only 3 threes and only 4 threes. I think he's going to take plenty of threes tonight. I think he's definitely making 2. I think he's getting that push for sure. And I think the odds are pretty good that he actually gets to that third 3 to get you over. So I really like Reggie Bullock over 2 threes tonight, at least to push.
All right, Bullock
Second
over
one I
2
really
threes.
like. Yep. Second one I really like. Draymond Green over 6.5 assists. Juice number on the sports books at minus 145. He was over that number in 4 of 8 games against Dallas since that 2018-19 season. But he's averaging 7. So he's got those 2 15-assist games where he went nuts. But I do like that average is at 7, that nice high average. His playoff averages over his last 3 playoff series, he's averaging 7.6 assists per game, so a whole 1.1 assists more than the line. And he's been over in 10 of 17 with 3 that were half an assist shy of crossing that. So if the line was at 6, he's over in 10, pushing or over in 13 of 17. Really like what we're seeing out of Draymond. He loves setting up Steph and Clay. I know Golden State want to get out to a nice early series lead. So I really like Draymond tonight, over 6.5 assists, dishing it out to Steph and Clay.
Cool. Is that it for NBA?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's NBA.
All right, let's move right over to MLB, which is my specialty. Props in DFS. We've actually been rolling on DFS. Great night last night. We had Some huge scores, big money last night. Let's talk about props. So our first prop, we got Lucas Giolito over 6 strikeouts. Gio comes in. I like this prop is low, and I think it's low because he just came off the COVID list, but he had an extra day of rest yesterday, which is cool. So I think he's definitely going to get the over. Looking at Gio right now, he's going up against Kansas City. Kansas City is not exactly the biggest strikeout team, but they will strike out, and they're actually striking out more than they were, 21.5% to righties, 12.7 swing rate. Great spot for him. And if you want to look at his logs quickly. Look at his last game, probably his worst game this season, where he went to, was it 5? It was 5 strikeouts. Yeah, he had 5 strikeouts in Cleveland. But beside that, the Cubs, he had 10. The Angels, he had 7. Minnesota, he had 9. Detroit, he had 6. So he's in Kauffman Stadium tonight. Got a pitcher's umpire, definitely. The KC lineup right now, 119 ISO versus right-handers. They're hitting only 230 against Gio, that starting lineup, 94 at bats. Take Lucas Giolito over the 6 strikeouts tonight. That's our first one. Our next one is Kevin Gausman. We have Kevin Gausman over 7 Ks. I actually really like this one also. Gausman, all the first 2 pitchers in this series against Seattle, Kikuchi, Jose Barrios, have actually buried Seattle. Now they got their big stud going, Gausman, who's been a horse last year. Now this year, he's got a light .82 FIP. He's been a total ace, total strikeout guy, big curveball guy. Looking at his logs, Tampa Bay, last game was one of his worst games, but he had 8 strikeouts. Cleveland, he had 5. Houston, 10. Boston, 9. Boston, 8. Yankees, 9. So he's hitting that prop almost every single slate. Heavy favorite tonight. He's in Rogers Center. You know, it's a hitter's park, but it doesn't matter because Seattle is low WOBA. They're striking out right now, big time. Take the Gausman over 7 strikeouts.
Yep.
So we have Giolito. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say you had Gio over 6 and then Gausman over 7, both on strikeouts.
Both on strikeouts. And then I have another one here. Who else we have? We have Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole over 7.5. I believe that's still 7.5 on PrizePicks. I meant to look at that when we came on. I think it is, but take the Cole over 7.5. Cole's in a really good spot tonight. He's right now, Cole's probably my favorite pitcher tonight. He's been on fire. Last game against White Sox, he had 9. Texas game, he had 10 strikeouts. KC, he had 6. But then Cleveland, he had 9. So this is the old Garrett Cole we're seeing. He's got a pitcher's up tonight. Dan Mensel's calling behind the plate. Baltimore striking out 24% against righties. 133 ISO against righties. Garrett Cole, one of the best pitchers in baseball. Take the over 7.5 strikeouts. And I got actually one more. This is a hitter's one. Matt Chapman, I believe. Yeah, Matt Chapman, who actually owns Marco Gonzalez. He's got 13 hits and 33 at-bats. Take the 0.5 total bases over. He's reached base 7 in his last 10 games. Like I said, he owns Marco. He's got a triple, double, 4 doubles, triple, 394 batting average lifetime against Marco Gonzalez. Take the Matt Chapman over 0.5 total bases. So there we go. Chapman over 0.5 total bases. Cole over 7.5 Ks. Gausman over 7 Ks. Gio over 6 Ks. Easy.
Dope. All right, heading over to NHL. My favorite play on the night, Connor McDavid over 1.5 points. DraftKings has that. Sportsbook has that at -120 versus a -105 on the under. So just about even. In the since 2019-2020 season, Edmonton versus Calgary series have been high scoring. McDavid's been over that 1.5 total point number in 9 of 18 games. And he's been streaky in those too. But zooming in specifically on this season, the 4 games they played, McDavid had a 3-goal game in the first, a 2-assist game in the second, blanked in the third, 2-assist game in the fourth. So he was over that in 3 of 4 this year. Very encouraging. Taking a look at McDavid's playoffs, the last 3 series that Edmonton's played, McDavid's been over that 1.5 point mark in 10 of 15 games, which is also really encouraging. 6 of the 7 games against the Kings, he beat that 1.5 point number, which is insane. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of McDavid. Edmonton put Draisaitl back on McDavid's line, so they got that nuclear line of McDavid and Draisaitl and fill in with the third. There's going to be opportunities out the wazoo for them to be scoring. Those two are magic on the ice. And despite the Flames being a good defensive team, Edmonton have found ways to score against them all year. Taking a look back at their games earlier this season, they've been high scoring. The first game was 5-2 for Edmonton. The second game was 5-3 for Edmonton. The third game wasn't as high scoring. It was 3-1 for Calgary. And the last game went nuts. It was 9-5 for Calgary. 14-point game. Insane. I really like McDavid to get it done tonight. In the playoffs, he's a stud. Regular season against Calgary, he's been going off against them. I like McDavid over 1.5 points tonight. And then additionally, same game, I like Leon Draisaitl over 3 shots on goal. PrizePicks juiced their line there because they're seeing that minus 165 on the sports books at 2.5. So they want that little insurance for them. So they put it at 3 so they can at least push and bump you out of a thing. But in those same regular season span, 2019-2020 season till today, Edmonton versus Calgary, Draisaitl's pushed or been over that 3 shots on goal number in 11 of 18 games. In the series this year, in the regular season, Draisaitl had 5, 3, 1, and 5. So 2 overs, a push, and an under. Really like those numbers as well there. Draisaitl's playoffs have also been hot. Not so much on the scoring side as McDavid has, which is why we're going Draisaitl shots, where he's pushed or been over that 3 shot on goal number in 10 of 15. That Kings series towards the end, he was getting mopped up a bit, and McDavid was going takeover mode. But I like Draisaitl in a get right for him specifically spot because he's still one of the best players in the league. He just hasn't played necessarily to his statistical level. I like him to get back to that level tonight, and I think he's going to be shooting early and often to try to set the tone tonight in Game 1 against Calgary. This is what I think will be the game that scores high and the series that scores high, given that the Rangers-Canes series has felt to be much more dominated by the Canes, despite what the scores have shown. But this is where I like the action from. It's this Oilers-Flames series. Yeah, so I like McDavid over 1.5 points and Draisaitl over 3 shots on goal tonight.
Got it. 2 good NHL picks. Playoffs tonight. Rangers in Carolina.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much what we have. You want to do you have anything you want to say about Dota?
Sure. So within the schedule for the Stockholm Major, which is what's running right now, there was a break day for tomorrow. So there won't be any Dota games tomorrow, but they will be back on the 20th. Let me pull up their schedule. It's going to be Beast Coast versus Bet Boom first, OG versus Fnatic second, and the winner of that first game goes on to play Gausman Gladiators. All 3 of those will be elimination games. I expect those games to go longer than the team's average times because of that. And I will have the Excel sheet prepped and ready to go for when PrizePicks drops their lines. So keep an eye out in the Discord for that. If you're not in the Discord, hop in the Discord. That way you will see what I recommend for Dota, and you can see where I'm getting my recommendations from, or where I'm getting my numbers from in my projections to give my recommendations. So definitely check us out in the Discord, and I'll have more Dota recommendations in the future when the games come up.
And we've been making money off Dota. I mean, a lot of money. So yeah, check us out. Free Discord. It's YFC .gg/ no.
Discord.gg/YFC or / Your Fielder's Choice. One of those 2.
There you go.
Yeah.
Check out, join it. It's free. Okay, so let's go over it quick. We have NBA. What we have Draymond Green over 6.5 assists. What was the other one? We had the other one over 3 points, right?
It was Reggie Bullock over 2 threes and Draymond Green over 6.5 assists.
All right. MLB, Giolito over 6 Ks, Gausman over 7 Ks. We got Garrett Cole over 7.5 Ks, and then Matt Chapman over half a run. I mean, over a half total bases. Sorry. NHL.
Yep. And then NHL, Connor McDavid over 1.5 points, and Leon Draisaitl over 3 shots on goal.
There you go. plenty of picks tonight. Make some money on prize picks. We've been pretty much cashing every night easily at yourfielderschoice.com. Once again, check us out. We still have MLB promo going, $25 a month. First 2 months, that includes everything, including props. We'll have it back. We'll back to our MLB daily hit and run show on Friday. Tomorrow's a split slate, so it's a day off for us. Finally, I get a day off from talking. But check us out. Join us. Let's win some money together. Good luck, Mark, tonight. Let's go Rangers.
Yep.
Thanks for joining
Yes,
us.
sir.
And we are out of here.